see that ball a little bit more up in your setup. Yep.
Okay, then, all right.
Just a little bit more up. So here we go. Let me kind of do this for us.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. In other words, it's with my right heel.
Yes. So
I think
here we go. I'm
left here.
going to put it right here where it's at. Okay, that's where your ball is in your setup.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so do you want that a little bit further back or right there, or? Okay, good. I like that.
I come up. That's another bad habit.
That's all right. There you go. There you go. Good job. Give me one more here. There we go. Good. Feel like that's up on our setup. There we go.
Use some extra balls.
Let's take a break for just a second, okay? Ian? Take a break. So go ahead, set up for me. Okay. All right. So we're kind of early releasing the club a little bit. Wouldn't you agree? Kind of.
Something is going wrong.
Right. So go ahead and set up for me real quick. Okay. Let's get on up to the top of the golf swing and stop for me. Right. As we get here, right, we want to have that feeling, right, like that club, butt of that club's going back down towards that ball. Yeah. There you go. Right. Feel that? Okay. Good. Hands are going to be kind of down right here. There you go. Good. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. So I'll get you right there. So let's pump a few times. Give me a couple pumps and then release the club.
All right. You're at the same time you come down like this, your hips go flat.
Yeah. So as we kind of, I want to kind of show you here. Right. That's kind of the motion that we're kind of doing right there. Right. All right. So if I was kind of like chopping wood or something, right, I'd kind of be like this, right? Okay. So we want to just kind of make sure that, you know, we keep that angle of attack, right? Because you kind of get like this and then the kind of club kind of backs up over here a little bit. So we want to feel like we're here. See how I'm kind of making a pump motion here, right? And then I just kind of release the club. And that's just kind of what we want to kind of do to practice a little bit to maintain that angle here a little bit, because we're early releasing it just a little bit. Very good. Did you feel that? Okay, let's do that one more time for me, please. Okay, a little bit early on that one. There you go. You feel how the hands move there? Okay, good. Good. Absolutely. All right.
So I should be about right here. I'm a detail person.
That's fine. That's great. That's absolutely great. You just want to remember, okay, what we're trying to get at the end of it, what I'm trying to get you to do, right? What everybody kind of does is that when we get to impact, right, my left arm and my shaft make a straight line. Does that make sense?
Right.
Right there, right? But if I get here and I early release this thing, then I'm into the ground right here, and then I'm probably going to chicken wing on the other side.
When you get to the ball, is that what you're talking about?
Yep, when you get to the ball, right, your arm and your shoulder should be that straight line that we're looking at, right there, perfect, right?
Like that.
Yep, that looks like Ben Hogan right there, right? That's what everybody's trying to get to, right there. Okay, but if I have this thing kind of released back here, right, see where my weight starts to go automatically? Right? I'm going to go backwards on this to allow this club to pass by. Does that make sense?
Go backwards, what do you mean?
So if I flip at it, See how
Oh, I'm going backwards.
correct.
Okay.
So if I go this way, I'm going to fall back, right? But if I get this, where I get that nice straight arm, I'm getting everything come through. Yeah. See how your weight's coming through? Good. Okay, good. Right, very good. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. All right, we just got to close that club face a little bit, right? You can,
Okay.
right? Because I can see when we get to impact a little bit with this drill a little bit that we got the face open. It's like this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got to remember we're going to have that form rotation. Boom. Right? Hips coming through. Doing good. Yep. 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 Very good.
All right. You start turning over about right here.
Yeah, I would, you know, it's going to definitely be a feel thing for you, right? But it's probably, what I'd venture to guess is it's probably going to feel like the turn is a little bit more back here for you, right? It's going to feel that way, but we're probably going to actually be turning down here. Does that
Okay.
make sense? But
Yeah.
we want to feel like we're kind of turning just a little bit early, right? To get that club face to close, okay?
That means it depends on how fast the speed is through here.
Absolutely, right? Speed's going to dictate what our rotational pattern's going to be, right? So if it's really fast, then I've got to rotate really quick. If it's slow, then I've got time. A little bit behind it, right?
Okay.
Okay, a little bit behind it. Do this.
I'm still a little bit behind.
You're all right. You're doing great. So we'll do a, right, to kind of help us maintain that lag, we're going to do what we call a no-fly zone. All right, so I'm going to take this and put it about right here. Okay. And what you're going to do, I'll kind of demonstrate for you here real quick.
Okay.
Okay, what we're going to do, okay, is we're going to take our little backswing, right, get it on up over this towel, right, and then as we come down and through, we're not going to hit this towel, we're going to get over top of it, and down and through. Does that make sense? Right, so if I get you to do this, right, you're going to have to maintain your wrist angle a little bit longer to deliver that ball. But if I let my wrist go, then I'd hit into this towel.
Oh, okay. Keep the club head up.
Well, keeping this angle right here with my wrist right here until I get down to about where hip high is or thigh high, and then I want to release that club as I come.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
A little behind it.
A little behind it. Good. See how we're taking a divot and getting down there? Good. Good. Give me one more, Ann. Good. So let's take a look at that. See? Good job maintaining that angle a lot better. All right, coming on into impact, good. See how that club's back behind your hands, really good. Now we're getting that nice straight follow through with our left arm and that shaft. You see it right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good extension coming through. Okay, good follow through. Okay, maybe fell a little bit over to the side. but I like how we're going all the way through and we're extending up.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So we got letters here. Good pump drill. Okay. See how that all works together right there, Ann?
Yeah.
Alright. Any questions? It's a lifetime of learning. That's what I love about golf. You can never know enough about this game. There's always something. Absolutely. And the great thing about the game of golf is that as we change, the game changes, right? You know, how I used to swing at 20 years old is not how I swing at 47, right? So I've had to relearn a swing as I get older, right? So
Right.
it really is a game for a lifetime.
These kids that come out and slug the ball, they'll get away with it to about 40 years old. And then they're going to have to change or they're not going to get it
Absolutely. So, you know, what is the old saying? Youth is squandered on the young.
good. That's right.
Youth is squandered on the young.
Yes, it is.
So, all right, give me a couple more of these for me, okay? I want to kind of keep making sure that we're getting that lag down. Hey, Dave, how are you doing, buddy?
We should schedule that for over at the sim tomorrow. You want to do a lesson? Yeah, I can't. What am I doing? We'll get together. That's fine. Just let me know.
There you go. Very good. Very good right there. Good job right there. Right? Good job of maintaining that lag and coming through on that one. How'd that feel for you right there? Okay, that's great. That's great. That's where we want to be at.
Wait.
Right? You feel how when you do that pump though, you're getting that lateral shift automatically. You don't need to make it so drastic, right? It's small movements, right? Yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, good. All right, you ready to hit a few balls?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Get this guy on out of here. Right, so that's a great way to kind of practice right there. Kind of, you know, do a couple pump drills, get like a towel back there, maybe about a foot, foot and a half, wherever you feel comfortable
Yeah,
with it.
about right off my left foot.
Mm-hmm.
Or right foot.
And that way we can kind of get a feel for what we need to kind of do with our angle of attack. Good.
I didn't get it through.
That's
Down.
It's all right. So hold up for me. Kind of do this for you. Have your knee stay right there for me.
Oh.
Stay right there. Good. All right, now give me a kind of a swing. Let's see how we do here. Much better. Right? See how we got a little bit more loft there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Okay. So I want you to put your feet together for me. Right? Give me just a small step with your left foot and a bigger step with your right. Now we're in a much better position for...
It looks like it's right off right here. What it is.
No, it's just... Yep. There you go.
I pointed it down, the shaft down.
Okay.
Made an effort to point it down.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, feet together for me. Right, very small step with the left foot, bigger step with the right. Very good. Balls up in our setup. Good. Better. That's all right.
I was looking.
That's okay. That's okay. All right, feet together for me, please. All right. Give me a very small step. Okay. Hold on. Kind of move it on you here just a little bit so you start getting used to where it needs to be. There you go. That's getting over the water. That one might have gotten over the water right there.
Uh-huh.
That one might have gotten over
Well,
13.
we've been measuring, I think it has to go 64 yards or 65 yards.
65 yards, I think we probably got that right there for sure.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's go ahead and go through our setup again. All right, feet together. Here we go. Yep. So I want you to make it feel like it's annoyingly up in your setup. So I want it to feel like
It is annoyingly up.
I know, that's the thing that it's got to be.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't have my hands set up at the top. I should have took my...
That's okay. Go ahead and set up for me again. Feet together. Good. All right, good. All right, give me just a little wider stance with that.
to the front.
Give me a wider stance with both feet. There you go. Good. Now give me a swing. Let's see how we do. Just roll down. That's all right.
Take a turn, man.
Set up for me. Feel like the feet are together. All right. Very small step with the left. Okay. Very good. There you go.
I didn't even see it.
It's up in the air past the tree. So set up one more time for me here, and I want to work a little bit on where your hands are a little bit. I just want to kind of show you something. Just go ahead and set up for me, and I'll show you something.
Oh, it's starting.
All right, so hold on. Just stay in your setup for me. There you go, good. Okay, we're in our setup. So I'm gonna hold the club right here for you. Okay. So come on, back on out of there, let go of it. Okay. All right, so come on back behind me. Where are you thinking your target is?
That tree down there of the first pole.
Right here? This guy
Yeah. I think,
where the guy's going past right there?
no,
This
Right.
tree?
right there.
Oh, this little oak tree right here?
No, down the two splits up.
Oh, okay, very good. Okay, now I got you. So come on back here behind me and take a look. Okay, so if I took, grab me that blue rod if you would, please. See that blue rod? So let me just kind of show you something here, right? All right, so where is our face aimed at? You see that, Ian?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, see how far right it is
Yes.
of our target?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so part of that is our alignment. The other part is that you've got your hands so far ahead that the face opens up. I'd much rather see the handle more in this position, where now I'm getting towards my target line. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so for you, the problem is two things for us. One, we get the ball too far back in our setup, and two, we get our hands too far forward in our setup, which leads us to more of a right-sided shot.
Okay.
Okay, so two things we want to kind of do here. So let me kind of demonstrate here. All right, so this is what you're doing right now currently, is that you're getting the ball too far back in your stance, and you're getting your hands too far forward. You see where that face is?
Yes.
Right, so every time, right, I'm going to go
Right.
correct. Right, now what I'm going to kind of do here is I'm going to show you what we want to kind of do here a little bit. All right, so if I just kind of set up here, and you see how my hands are in much more neutral position, not so far forward pressed, much more neutral, right here next to my belly button. right? And if I just kind of make a small swing, see how that's more on our target line, right? So just those two little things will help us quite a bit from stop going so far right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did it.
So here you go. Okay. Go ahead and just set up for me. Okay. And let's get this guy in place for us, okay? So I think when we practice, we're going to need to have like a little alignment rod here. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what I want you to kind of do is I want to put our heels together on that rod. Okay? Good. So you're going to leave your left foot there, and you're just going to move your right foot back. A little bit more, a little bit more. There you go, good. Okay, so you feel how up that is in our setup?
Uh-huh.
That's really up, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave you right there, good. Okay, now, the other thing is, okay, hands more in a neutral position now. Okay, see how the face is kind of more square to close,
Uh-huh.
right? But if I get here, where's that ball go? Where's that face going?
To the right.
To the right. Good. Right? We want to feel like everything's in a neutral position. Does that make sense? Okay, good. Keep those hands back. That's going to be a tough thing for you. Bam! That was really good right there, Ann. That's getting over the pond. Okay, let's do this again. We're on the right track. Okay, feet together for me. Right on that pole. Good. All right, yep, there you go, good. A little bit wider stance with that back foot. Bring it back just a little bit. There you go, good. Okay, hands in a neutral position.
Oh.
Right there. Feel like you're in line with your zipper. Okay. Great swing, Ann. Great swing.
I didn't see it.
Down the middle, probably about 100 yards.
When it gets higher than this.
That was a perfect trajectory right there. That's what we're looking for right there. With that ball, that is perfect right there, Ann. Great job. Okay. All right. Hands feel like they're in line with my zipper, right? In line with the zipper. Nope. Hands back just a little bit.
Not as good.
Not as good, but getting better. Okay. Together, good. Very good. Very good. Good.
Do you ever move the ball back? Or you always keep it there?
Well, the only time the ball doesn't move as back as far as everybody thinks. The ball is going to go as far back as maybe the boom. All right. So, all right. So you see what we're trying to do with this bat, right? We're trying to get you to move your weight forward all the way through, right? There you go. Just kind of give that a couple simple feels. There you go. Good. Right? Good. Okay. Good. So are we doing any balance drills or exercises at home or anything?
Not yet, but I'm going to the doctor next week, about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Check it, because I have gone through balance exercises, and I'm better, but I need to get better.
Yeah, so I just see that as we're moving, we're kind of falling back just a little bit. So probably want to, do some stability, drills and some balance drills and stuff like that, which would help us quite a bit. There you go, good. Let's follow through. There you go, Ann. Good job. See how that right knee is going down that target line, wanting to kiss that left knee? That's what we want to kind of imagine.
All right, this would go in like that? Or
No. So we want the right knee here as we follow through, right? We want to have that feeling that the right knee is going to kiss the left as it comes through. Does that make sense? There you go.
And if it doesn't, your legs are too far apart.
Correct. And then, or we've got our weight on our backside, right? One of the two, right? So we want to kind of feel like that right knee is going to kiss the left knee as it comes
All right,
through.
what do you do with the left knee as you go back? Right? Just
Yeah,
bring it
you're
in.
doing it naturally, right? So watch my left knee here, right? It it doesn't go out, it kind of goes back. So watch as I kind of go. Right? So if I had a ball, let's just say I've got the ball right here. Okay, and I'm going to set up. Right? And as I turn, right, where's my knee in relationship to that ball?
Right there with your shoulder.
Yeah.
In
So,
line with the shoulder, in line with the other.
yeah, and the knee's probably in line with the ball, right?
Right.
Or somewhere near it, right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So one thing I see with a lot of beginners or amateurs or stuff like that is the knee will go this way,
Uh-huh.
right? And then it's really tough to get back through. So we want to kind of feel like that left knee kind of drifts back just a little bit, about where the ball is or behind the ball, right? And then what our right knee does is it comes through, comes forward, right? And as we come through, we want to feel like that right knee's going to kiss that left knee,
Okay.
right? Good. Good. All right. So here we're going to put our arms across our shoulders, just as so. Very good. Okay, and this will give us a better feel. Good. Think a little bit more from the waist for me. There you go. Good. Now we're just going to make a simple backswing. Feel like we're making a backswing. Good. Good. The knee is doing really good. Okay, that's what the knee's supposed to do. It's coming in enough, right? We don't want to force it. Good. And then just let that right side release. There you go. Right? Okay, so we need to kind of work on some balance, right? Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Okay, great. Great, good. Okay, let's try it again for me. Uh-huh. Yeah. So you see how your knees have a little play, a little movement as they come through and stuff like that? They're not stiff or rigid, right? It's just not an upper body motion, right? There's some lower body movement going on there. Good. Yeah, right?
The thing I think I moved too soon. I get up here, I feel like I should be going with the ball, and you go and then move.
Correct. So we're probably starting from the top a little too soon, right? And not letting the lower body kind of start our downswing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So if I was going to throw something, right, like a pebble, right? My first motion isn't with my arm, right? It's a step.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, just as simple, it's a step. And that gets everything kind of moving that way and allows this to start coming through too.
All right. In other words, you shift your weight and then start.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. Absolutely. So as I get up to the top right here, I'm going to shift into my left side. And then as I come down and through, that's where I'm going to turn and rotate, right? And that's going to help square up that club face. Does that make sense?
Yeah. They don't teach that to girls.
They don't?
Doesn't seem like they do.
Okay, well.
Because really, I didn't hear it. I've seen some girls do it, but most of the time we go together.
Gotcha.
See,
And that's probably why we're not getting a lot of power. Does that make sense? Right? So if I kind of go like this and everything just kind of goes together, right, it's kind of seesawish, right? But if I kind of get this and I kind of wind up, tighten this up, then it's kind of like a spring. Boom. I can generate some more speed. So let me kind of do this for you real quick, okay? Just to kind of give you a feel about that shift, right? Because I think that's kind of a new concept for you.
it is.
Okay, so go ahead and set up for me. So, just right here next to your side. So, go ahead and put your arms across your chest. All right, so we're going to make a backswing for me. All right, so what you're going to do is you see this little thing right over here? We're going to feel like we kind of shift into that with our lower body just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See how we're getting our momentum to move through now?
And you hold it at the top.
Yeah, we're going to kind of keep the arms back just a little bit as we start that motion, but then it's going to start bringing it down and shallowing.
I have done that 1 or 2 times accidentally.
Okay, well, let's do it for purpose.
And I hit really good.
Yeah, so we're just finding out the secrets. That's great. Right? Yeah. Yeah. See how easy it is for you to turn up now?
Uh-huh.
Good. Good. Okay, let me kind of demonstrate here for you so you kind of get a visual. Right? Yeah. Okay. So as I kind of get this thing right here next to my left hip, right?
Uh-huh.
as I go, you can see there's that little shift right there.
Okay.
I'm getting into that side, right? And then I want to rotate inside this little stick. So as I get here, bump, and then turn onto the inside. Does that make sense? Okay. Right? Good.
But you show your hip, go to the hip, and then turn.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a hip bump, right? And you're doing it naturally too. You just don't see it because you're here, not there, right? But you're doing it, right? You get on up to the top, right? And there's a little shift right there. You see that? And you see how if I do that correctly, watch my arm path, right? As I get up to the top and I shift, you see where my hands went? Down, right? So that's going to be that shallowy motion that we're kind of looking for right there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
That gets the hands down so that you can go into the ball.
Correct. So our hand path doesn't get out this way. It kind of stays underneath a plane of glass as I'm here. Boom. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's just kind of come on over here. We're not even going to worry about the ball right now.
Okay.
But when we come on over here and kind of work on that shift a little bit, okay? Kind of get a feel for that, right? Good.
But one thing I found out, I had no, I knew what I was supposed to do. And that's the key, another key too.
Yeah.
I know.
So I'm going to kind of move you around here just a little bit. So go ahead and shift for me. Turn, right? Okay. See how that works? Good. Yeah, there you go. Now I bet you feel that extension with your chest now, don't you? Right? You feel how the chest kind of comes up now?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, there you go. Good. Now when we we just want to kind of bump it and then turn, right? Kind of bump it and turn inside. Yep, there you go. Bump it and turn inside. There you go. Now the quicker we can kind of do that, right, the faster it's going to square up the club face. Okay, does that make sense?
Something's not squaring it up.
Yeah, something isn't, but we got to make sure that we're getting that shift, right? Shallowing that club and making sure that we're turning around that corner. Yep. Yep.
That's where the arm should.
Can you see how the hand path is down lower now for us? Instead of trying to come at the top? Good. Good. All right. Why don't you take a break for just a sec, okay? There's a lot going on right there.
Sure is.
Okay, let's take a little break, have a little water.
Okay.
Okay.
I bought this iron. It is a, what do you call it?
Hybrid?
Hybrid.
Yeah. It's a beautiful looking club. Little 7-iron or 7 wood or 7 hybrid?
7 hybrid. It's,
That's perfect.
and I thought I would try to get this one over.
Okay.
I'm worried about number 13.
We're going to get you over it. We'll get you over it. Number 13, that's what we want. Yeah. There you go. Good. You feel how everything kind of moves together?
It does.
Okay, so I just want you to kind of work on, oh, maybe back away from that just a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. And
I
then,
see where it brings it down.
yep, and then turn and burn. Correct, right? Once you shift, turn and burn inside that.
Uh-huh.
Boom. Okay? Any questions?
Yeah. You know, they have chewed up this range so good.
They sure have. So the other thing we're going to kind of work on, right, was something else, right? So we talked about our weight shift, right, and how we get that shifting correctly, right? The next thing we want to kind of work on here is getting the face to kind of close up just a little bit, right?
Okay.
So having the hands open a little bit is what's kind of causing that ball to go out to the right a little bit too. So we're going to do some drills where we're going to turn the toe. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate here. So we're going to do some drills here where I get you, and you're going to hold the club just like this, and you're going to take a regular swing. And what you're going to do is you're really going to get your forearms to rotate closed. okay? And what we should do, right, when we first get to the ball, we should be hitting some dead hooks, right? And then we start backing it off, okay? So we're gonna what we call overcorrect,
Okay.
right? And then we start to back up off of it, right? So we need to see the ball start going left so we know we can make it go left. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right, so let's do a few drills here where you're turning the toe of the club into the bag, okay?
Okay.
So we want to get those forearms really rotating closed hard.
Okay.
So we're trying to get things here for us. Let's come on up here. There we go. So I'm going to kind of demonstrate this here for you real quick. Make sure we're all safe. So go ahead and grab the club. I'm going to kind of help you, give you a feel for it. So here you go. The other hand on there. Yes, ma'am. Good. All right. So we're going to just kind of take it up to about hip high, and then as we go, we're going to really rotate those forearms closed, just like that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm glad you showed me that.
All right. There we go. Okay. So here we go. Up. Through. Good. See all those forearms really rotating over right there?
Uh-huh.
Good. Good. Let's do that a couple times for me, okay? Get that toe even more. I want to see those forearms really rotate closed. Yeah, better. Okay, better. All right, got to get that face closed. Great. Okay, better. Okay. Again, set up for me. So we're going to take it up to about hip high. All right, feel that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Feel that with our hands? Yep. Good. So we're going to back up just a little bit for me.
Okay.
So we're gonna have you back up this way just a little bit. So set up for me. Yeah, there you go. Good, good, good. Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. See how now you're moving it through?
Uh-huh.
Good. Good. Okay. So now what we're going to kind of do, you get a kind of a feeling for what our forearms are doing there? Mm-hmm. Very good. Very good. Okay, that's what we're looking for right there. You see how we're closing the club face as we come through? Yep. Right? Feel how you're coming up? Right? Not over to the side
Uh-huh.
or over to this side. Right? Good.
Right.
Good. So what I want you to do now is I want you to kind of hit the bag. I'll demonstrate this for you real quick.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to kind of, I'm going to have you hit the bag, and then I just want you to push it through. Okay? So that way we're getting extension as we're coming through impact and not chicken wing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want you to kind of hit the bag and then push it forward as you hit. All right, feel how you're extending through?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. One more time for me. And then we're going to take a break for just a second.
And this goes to the navel too, doesn't it?
It'll be just left of your navel. The butt of the club will point just left of your navel, maybe an inch or so. Okay, good. Good. Feel how you're coming through there?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a break for just a sec, okay? Grab yourself a little drink of water. It's going to be a hot day today.
Yes, it is. They always are right on the hot, but they sure are wrong on the rain.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Yeah, they just kind of do their own thing on the rain, don't they?
They sure do.
Let's see. Let's get to our notes here and see how we're doing here. so. So we worked on that. So now that you've got kind of a feel, now that you've got kind of a feel for what the face needs to do to close, right? Let's try to put these things together with a couple swings. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Good. So just go ahead and take some swings, some practice swings, and let's kind of see how we're doing here. Right? Good lateral shift right there. Good job. Good. Yep.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I have to ask these questions when
Yeah,
I'm
please.
thinking about it. What did you say, Jack?
Jax.
Jax.
Yeah, J-A-X.
He told me about golf glasses.
Okay.
What exactly are they? Are they just your regular glasses without the bifocal? Are you familiar with them?
Not real. I mean, the only thing I'm really familiar with eyewear is kind of like the Oakleys, where they say that you don't want to have what is it? What's the new big thing that they have? Where it's the anti-reflection or something like that. They say that UV protector or something like that. Anyway, it gives you some kind of odd distance away. It kind of distorts the vision, so they have something called prism lenses. And this isn't one of them. This isn't it. So it's probably why
I'm talking about regular glasses.
Um,
See, I have bifocals, and whenever I do this, I'm getting the bifocal part.
okay.
And I think what he was talking about was just taking away the bifocal and using the other part.
Okay. I didn't know about that, but I would talk to my optometrist or something like that, ophthalmologist or.
Well, I'm going in next week
Okay.
for eye, so I'm going to talk to him about it too and see if we can. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some really good stuff. I mean, nowadays you can get prescription glasses that look like this, that would, protect your eyes from the sun, right? And then also you would be able to see and read and do all that stuff. So there's a lot of new technology as far as eyewear is going. So I would definitely look into that. This is definitely a game of sight, right? So if we're kind of missing our sight a little bit or kind of off on something, it really distorts everything that we're trying to do.
See, I've got that bucket about right here where that is. It's right, if I turn my eyeballs down there, it's right in my bifocals.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so we definitely want to change that. We want to change our vision. That way we're looking.
That's why I have done this so much. Drop the head.
Yeah, so you could see, so you wouldn't see out of the bifocal part, but see out of that, right? And what's that kind of do? That gets our shoulders down here, and then we can't really turn, right?
Right.
So being able to carry our head in the right spot to allow our left shoulder to turn under is pretty paramount, right? So we want to make sure that we get the proper eyewear so we can get ourselves in the proper position, right?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that makes a lot more sense now that you explain that we're looking down like this, right, to see the ball, because we're trying to get away from the bottom part of the bifocals. Okay, very interesting.
But I've made myself do this, and when I go back, I don't honestly see the ball that good.
Okay.
But that's all right, because if I've got everything in line like it's supposed to be, you don't need to see it.
No, you really don't. I mean, to be honest with you, some of the best ball strikers I've ever talked to or met would be able to hit a ball in the dark. As long as they knew exactly where the ball was, they'd set up and hit in the dark. So there is that ability, but we definitely want to be able to see the ball to get ourselves in the right position to start with. After
Yes.
that, then it's just kind of moving through.
I have seen more hats like that. It's like he had.
It saves my ears. That's the big thing, right? My ears are safe.
I may get one myself.
I would. They're great and they're cheap and they're wonderful things to have. Okay, good.
And I'm looking at that.
Okay. Good. How's that feel for you?
Different.
Okay, good. That's good. Good swing. See how everything moved together there? Great job. Good job. Okay. Okay. How's it feeling for us? Are we starting to get a little bit more used to it every swing?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good. It's looking really good, Ann. I mean, I'm starting to see a little bit more of that lateral shift as we come through. Okay. And we're letting those hands kind of come more to the inside than coming over the top. All right. Good. So let's hit a few balls here. Okay, we'll put them up on a tee. All right. And we're going to hit 3 balls and see how we do, okay?
Okay.
All right. Any questions before we begin there? Okay.
Right now.
All
But
right.
I probably have 100 when I get through.
That's fine. Good job. How did that feel for us?
Good. Look where it went.
Mm-hmm.
It really-
Yeah, it almost cleared the pond right there. Good.
No extension here.
It's all right. It's okay. Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Right? Good. Right? It's better than just none out of 3, right?
Right.
All right, so let's take a break for just a sec. We don't want to get
I
worn
didn't
out.
get it back around.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
But at least you felt what you did wrong there, right? That's the important thing, right? You had 2 good ones where we got a good feel for it, and then we've got a third one which tells us what not to do in our memory program, right?
right.
Okay, so doing good, doing good. Any questions right now? Okay, how's everything feeling?
Good.
Okay, good.
And I feel like I know more of what I'm supposed to do.
That's good. That's great. That's what
That's the main thing.
Absolutely. You know, my job is to educate you on what the swing's supposed to be and try to give you some feels for it too, right? And then, you know, it comes down to you to practice those things, right? And work on them and then, you know, say, hey, I like this or this didn't work for me. Let's throw this out. Let's keep that and keep building on that progress, right?
Right.
Good, good. Ready to hit another 3?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Now remember, we want to feel like the club's in our fingers, right? With our grip.
Am I far enough forward on the ball?
So I'd like to see you move this way.
But I do thank you.
Oh, you're absolutely